So when my dad and I are working together, we don't always agree on how to do something. Huh, Dad? Come
right,
back.
we don't always agree on how to do things.
And
because we're both what you call boneheads.
But I think the end result we're looking for, I think there's usually an easier way to do it than what he picks. But it's all good. We all have our own way of doing things, and so we just have to allow that for the space for each of us to do that. Yeah. And it takes courage to work that way with a full open heart with one another, so that it stays open and fluid. Hey, this is Jay Stargaard, international artist and owner of Stargaard Art. This year, I have committed to opening up my studio to you to share the creative process and spark the light of inspiration and creativity inside of you. Let's do this. How's it looking?
I want you to come and look at it in about 3 more minutes. And you can judge it. I think it's coming along very nicely. I'm pleased with it so far. I am a robot. I do what I am told. I cut things, I grind things, I weld things, I sand things, and I am trying to make a better joint on this branch over here. I'd like you to look at it. And, you know, I can see that sticks out a little bit right there. I can sand that, but I'm going to fill the crotch, smooth up these little things. It really is good.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay, so check the distance this way and that way.
Yeah, if it's like that, yeah, that's good.
Catching you up on the process of where we are and what we're doing. Today, the best thing is I put on all fresh and clean new clothes because we're in a new phase of working on the project where we're on the fabrication part of it, which is super exciting. And so we're done with a lot of that grinding and just messy mess. So I think I wore my clothes for a little over a week. And it's when my clothes get up out of the closet and walk at me after I've taken them off that it gets a little scary. So that's when I know it's time to wash them. When they're chasing you out the closet, not good. Anyway, so back to the sculpture. My dad and I are, whenever you work with anybody, it's super important to allow each other that freedom of expression, that brainstorming. The artistic process is so creative, and allowing that flow of amazingness and it is really important to do with the process. However, we're a little lumpy, grumpy, frumpy this morning, and it's because we both have, well, I inherited it from him, but we both have really strong ideas about what looks beautiful. Most of the time, we really agree on the final thing, but in order to solve that situation, what we have set up in our shop is I get to win or he gets to win on some. If we come to an impasse where we both feel so strongly, we each get to pull out a win. We've only used this maybe twice a year, maybe. And right now, because of what's happening at the shop, we're talking about blinds curving and going and where the breaks in them need to be, and I use the Fibonacci sequence to really help me feel, and I use my intuition to feel the spaces on where I think the vines should break open and curve and do their thing. And my dad has a different process, which is totally fine. And so this one, he gets to win, and it's okay. It's more important to be kind and have the flow together working than it is for me to be right and win. When it comes to a super hard line that my heart is screaming every single thing it possibly can to that it needs to be this way, that's when I use my win. I don't use my win on the small stuff. So and I love working with my dad. My dad is so amazing, and he's so talented and has such a store of wisdom that it's exciting when we get to bounce each other ideas off of each other and things. So I love that, and that is the most precious, the most important. And and I fully understand how my dad works too. Well, maybe 90% I get him, and he needs to constantly be busy. So in my process, am I not only working the sculpture and the creativity of it, but I'm also planning ahead for jobs for him to do so he can stay happy and productive, because he has that neurotic. If you haven't seen my neurosis video, you can watch that. I'll put the link up there, but he has his own neurosis that is motivation and drive to keep moving forward, which I am so grateful for because I get so much of that from him. And so what I just have to do is plan his next job so that he can stay busy, because that makes him happy. It makes him happy, and it's wonderful. So anytime you bring people into your shop, it's so important to open the doors of creativity. Be kind with one another. Set up a system that works for you both or more, so that everybody wins. And this is a win-win all the way around. It's fun. It's good. And yeah, so I'll show you what we're doing inside. for watching Looking Into the Light with Stargaard Art. Be sure to give me a thumbs up if you liked any of it, and don't forget to subscribe so that you'll get a notification when we do another Looking Into the Light. Bye, everybody.